Hey guys, what's up everyone? It's your boy Yungtytan coming at you live from wherever the hell I am. Today we are going to be going to, we're going to be debunking top 10 myths about mental health. Um, if you want to go check out their site, that's Oak Health Foundation. They have a lot of good shit there that helps you get a little bit more, educated about mental health, because I kind of feel as if mental health is a really deep topic and a lot of people do it. They kind of say it in words that, hey man, I support what you're going through. And it's like, nah, they don't. They don't. They say it, but it's not part of their daily bread. So we're gonna just go through all the 10, and after that, you can tell me which one, you've been believing for a long time down in the comments. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. First one says, myth one. Having a mental illness means you go crazy. Means you are crazy. Oh, I guess it's gonna be present, huh? Says this is one of the worst stigmas out there and completely erroneous. Now, I guess from anxiety, bipolar disorders, and all of these things, like they really put you in a very, very fragile spot. Imagine going to a workplace and they ask you, like, okay, what kind of mental illness do you suffer from? And you say something like bipolar. Instantaneously, they're like, okay, he's gonna freak out the other workers and he's gonna ruin everything that we've worked so hard to build. We can't keep you here. Or at least if you fuck up, they go straight for the mental illness. It's like you screwed up. Man, if it wasn't for your mental illness, maybe we would have been a much more efficient worker. But yes, apparently, if you have a mental illness, it means you go crazy. But that's one of the myths. So, it says distressing mental health issues can cause you to have to behave out of the ordinary. That can make you experience destabilizing mood swings, distort your reality, but it definitely doesn't mean you're crazy. So it makes you a person who is vulnerable and a person who is human. All of us susceptible to disease, and a mental illness is a disease that needs to be treated just like any other. Fortunately, this requires you to actually go and meet people who are experts in this field, and these experts charge a lot of money just so that they'd be able to diagnose you. Now, let's go to the second one. Second one says people with mental illness are violent and dangerous. Wow. That's a shocker. And it says 20 to 30% of the entire world's population will have a diagnosable mental health condition at any given point. However, only a tiny fraction of those diagnosed with a mental illness will have violent tendencies. The truth actually shows us that people with mental illnesses are 10 times more likely to be victims of a violent crime than the general population. Exion stayed right. So rather than the people who cause it, quote unquote they or we or they, I'm going to say they because I've not actually been diagnosed by a professional, so I could be in the clear. Says this stigma mainly comes from a very few highly publicized events where someone happened to have an untreated, poorly controlled schizophrenia or antisocial personality disorder, but in fact only 3 to 5% of violent acts total can be attributed to individuals living with a serious mental illness. So suck it. Every single person that thinks that, hey, we out here and we causing chaos. We're not. It's normal people causing chaos. And we're just trying to live through it because, we're victims too. Myth three says once mentally ill, always mentally ill. I can feel that, but let's go into it. It says it absolutely possible to fully recover from mental health problems. I don't know how. It says many people undergo cognitive behavioral therapy, medication management, and other techniques and treatment. For those experiencing a more severe mental health problem, it is absolutely possible to find ways to manage those symptoms by working with a professional. Exactly what I said. If you are mentally ill and feeling as if you will not recover, do not lose hope and have perseverance. There are many ways to manage it and live the life that you want, which is really sweet and everything, but I don't think it falls in the same criteria as a person with schizophrenia. It's like downward decline. We're gonna have to lock you up and get you a straight jacket. Hopefully, it does not reach us. I'm planning on making a music video where I'm in a straight jacket, but we're gonna have to see whether that pans in. Maybe during that time, my Other mental illnesses will actually kick in and then I'll just like go super overdrive or some shit like that. Myth 4. Psychiatric medications are bad and can change my personality. That is one that I want to believe in because, the ones they kind of like inhibit you to feel anything because if you are a person with mental illness, chances are you feel too much, you know too much. It's like it's overwhelming sometimes. Your breathing goes out of whack, your thinking goes out of whack, you overthink, you put yourself into situations that's not really great. You yammer, you're yapping all the time, like what I'm doing currently, and I'm just like waving my hand outside, and it's like people who will see these gesticulations are gonna be like, "This dude is insane," but I don't really give a fuck. I said psychiatric medications are not only beneficial in improving symptoms, but can also be life-saving, especially for those experiencing severe symptoms. Just like antibiotics are needed to treat strep throat. To treat strep throat. That came out. Treat strep throat. 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 Stop it. Psychiatric medication can be essential to one's recovery and management of symptoms. There is also a common misconception that mental health medication can change one's personality for the worse. However, most mental health medications help to correct a chemical imbalance in your brain, which it will help you feel more like yourself and live the life that you want. Yes, I believe that too. Technically, I don't really. Let's go. Myth 5. How many myths are we doing again? We're doing 10, bro. Oh, fuck. That's a lot. Obviously, let's just go. Myth 5. Children do not experience mental health problems. They're just going through a phase. This is actually quite funny because one time I thought that I had something, and then I thought I had something, and then my parents told me, "Oh, fuck is you talking about?" That leads to insanity, boy. You better shut your mouth, man. Like around 10% of children aged 5 to 16-year-old have a clinically diagnosable mental health illness. Furthermore, current statistics provided by the World Health Organization find that 1 out of 7 between the ages of 10 to 19 have a diagnosable mental illness. How can a parent know whether one's child is going through just a phase or a mental illness? Look out for the following warning signs. Feelings of sadness lasting for more than 2 weeks, withdrawn behavior and no desire to see friends. Uh-oh. Sudden overwhelming fear accompanied by racing heart and hyperventilation that get in the way of daily activities. You know what? I don't even want to read this anymore. This is bullshit. Severe and uncontrollable behavior that can hurt themselves or others, drastic changes in behavior and personality. Honestly, I'm not this. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was able to actually. I did something today and it was more calming. I got to clean after church. They kind of made us clean the rooms, or at least the rooms where they were having service. So maybe that calmed me down a bit. But getting into multiple fights using a weapon or seeking to actually hurt someone. If I choose to do that, I kind of go for the emotional person rather than the physical. It's like, I don't want to stab you. I just want to hurt you with words so bad that you can't recover from them. Doesn't really put out the best in me, does it? Well, fuck it. I'm not perfect. It says not eating anything or throwing up food. This is for kids. I'm not supposed to relate to any of this bullshit. It says extreme difficulty in concentration or staying still. Oh my god. You know, my childhood was awesome. My teachers really had to report me to my parents because of this shit. Like, I couldn't sit at one place. Like, get this chair. Fuck this chair. I'm leaving. Oh my God. I don't like that I relate to this. I don't like the fact that I relate to any of this. I hate this. I must have been a bad parent. Hey, we're skipping to parents already. It says the causes of mental illness are complex and not rooted in a single factor. It is true that a child's relationship with their parents and home environment can impact and worsen a psychiatric disorder. However, we've seen many cases where children develop a mental illness even if they grew up in safe and loving home environments. Mental illnesses such as anxiety and depression, as well as autism and learning disorders, have roots in biological factors. Parenting is not necessarily to blame. Children are growing up in a world much more complex due to the prevalence of social media, online bullying, and the constant 24/7 news cycle. No wonder we've seen anxiety levels soaring amongst children. Oh, that's crazy. However, it's important to emphasize that they do play a certain role in helping their children to obtain the required support and care towards recovery. Is this the end? Is this the end? You know what? We're gonna do 6 minutes, and you let me know down in the comments if we should tackle the top four, or at least the rest of the four. But I'm curious to know, did you ever have any problems in your childhood? Were you the black sheep that just kept on giving? Because I'm starting to realize that almost every single thing that I was punished for wasn't exactly something that I knew was a problem. It's like I thought I was just a problematic child. One moment I'm doing what you told me to, the next moment I'm doing something completely different, or at least I tell you that I'm going to do something and then I'm doing something completely out of the circle. It's like it's not even close. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, I definitely lose a lot of my good boy points when I go after that sort of craze. But that's gonna be it for this video. You let me know, because even though like it seems like I'm joking around with this, it is really deep issues for a lot of people, and I feel like I've met a lot of people who they've pushed down these emotions, they've pushed down this concept of trying to work on all that inner trauma, because one, they feel like it's too much work, and the other is that it's something that overwhelms you genuinely, so it's not something that you're ready to go into unless there's someone there who can help you, which is why some people actually resort to get into relationships. They choose to go after someone who can fulfill that need that they have. But the problem is, your relationship is not the hospital, and the person you're dating is not your doctor. They're not going to be able to diagnose your symptoms. They're not going to be able to help you with your situation. In fact, if you go into a relationship hoping that somebody can fix you, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna break you rather, because they don't know what you want, and they also have they also have their own needs, and they're jumping into this with you. So you're gonna just be a chemical reaction for chaos, and that's not very good. At least it's not good for the people who actually need help. And I'm happy that there are those who are like the opposite, or there's special situations where even though you're suffering and they have every right to just walk out on you, they are like still there for you. So I appreciate those relationships. And if you have one such as that, please hold it dear to your heart. And even when you go ballistic and crazy, just remember to come back home and understand that they're there for you as well. Now, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content on mental health, because it's not only something that I like learning about, because these things change. There are discoveries every single day. It's not just one. There are some things that you need to know about other people. And I feel as if the more that I know about these things, the less I kind of like put my hopes into someone. It's like, okay, I see that you've got a bipolar disorder, so I'm not expecting myself to always have a crazy time with you. Sometimes you're just gonna be like, I hate humanity. Don't even come close to me. And I'd be like, chill. I can handle that. I can handle the distance. In fact, I probably do it a lot more times than you do. So trust me when I say I got a holiday. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. And until next time, peace. Bye.